News Radio 850 AM KOA, Colorado's news, traffic and amp. Weather station, broadcasting live from Denver, Colorado. With now the latest stories. It has now been a month since parts of the U.S. got to experience the horror of the demonic human attacks, including parts of Colorado. Wait a second. We are going over to breaking news, you say? Alright then, this is breaking news coming live from a few miles outside of Denver. We are currently going over to our reporter on the spot, Tom Wilson. Tom, what can you see over there?
Well, Jay, I don't know what I am seeing, but it definitely looks like a weird-looking portal popping up a few yards above the ground here. I am located at the foot of South Boulder Peak, and I don't know what is going on, but it definitely looks like something serious here, Jay. Wait a minute, something is coming out of this portal thing. What the hell is this? Jay, it looks like a small girl, around 14 years of age. About personality, she has partially brown and partially pink hair, a magenta skirt, a purple turtleneck and brown boots reaching to her knees. She is currently looking around, considering she doesn't know where she is at the moment. I don't know if I should talk to her. She may look human, but we have seen humans that caused complete ravage over the country before. I'll be back with more information soon. Back to you, Jay.
Thank you, Tom. As you have just heard, a humanoid creature has entered the state of Colorado by a portal, and from the description Tom has given, it looks like just another ordinary teenage girl, but we don't know this for sure. Remember the crisis Maggie Freiser gave us recent months. This might be another disaster-causing human, but we have to find out ourselves. Tom?
Jay, this is getting serious now. The girl I just mentioned also has a weird-looking, pink, flying blob in her hand. She calls it by a name called a Kumu. If you are listening, I don't know what is going on here, but looking at the blob flying around her gives me a bit of chills. The girl hasn't made any hostile moves or attacks to our news crew here, but it may happen in the near future. Jay, I think we should still stay here considering, oh my God. Jay, she is gone. I say, literally freaking gone. Man, I don't know if I am hallucinating at the moment, but I guess this is. Wait. What was that? I heard something vague. It looks like an explosion. What the hell is this shit? This creepy laugh, man. Jay, I can't describe it. I guess we all have to leave. Guys, run. Jay, I'll call you back.
This is No Weather Radio All Hazards, station KEC 76 in Denver, Colorado, serving parts of central Colorado 24/7, operating on a frequency of 162.55 MHz. Broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office in Denver, on the weather map. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Denver Police Department. Residents in Denver have reported numerous small pink creatures roaming around the city of Denver and surrounding areas. These creatures have not shown any hostility to humans, but all residents within the city of Denver are asked to remain vigilant at this time, and to report suspicious activity to the Denver police. Stay tuned to local No Weather Radio, commercial radio or television outlets, or other news sources for the latest information. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Denver Police Department. Residents in Denver have reported numerous small pink creatures roaming around the city of Denver and surrounding areas. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Denver Police Department. Residents in Denver have reported numerous small pink creatures roaming around the city of Denver. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Denver Police Department. This is a follow-up message on the local area emergency issued at 10:37 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. The individual that was seen earlier today at South Boulder Peak is reported at Mile High Stadium in western Denver. Due to her recent activity, the Denver Police Department is mandating residents within a 1-mile radius of the Mile High Stadium to evacuate immediately due to the possibility of the situation escalating. Stay tuned to local no-weather radio, commercial radio or television outlets, or other news sources for more updates as they become available. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Denver Police Department. This is a follow-up message on the local area emergency issued at 10:37 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. The individual that was seen earlier today at South Boulder Peak is reported at Mile High. Boulder Peak is reported at Mile High Stadium in western Denver. Due to her recent activity, the Denver Police Department is mandating residents within a 1-mile radius of the Mile High Stadium to evacuate immediately due to the possibility of the situation.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Jefferson County Emergency Management. The individual who was spotted earlier today is now identified to be harmful to humans, as she was seen firing pink rod-looking spears at every human she sees. She is also presumed to cause explosions whenever she wants to, and can cause serious damage to life and property. Some reports also stated that she is now able to summon a large, pink spear and rip the hearts, or, as she states, souls, out of human bodies and can cause them to be eaten by the pink blob named Kumazawa. All residents within Jefferson County are advised to evacuate immediately. Take food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio. If you see the girl, the pink blob creature, or the pink creatures, run away from it and dial 911 immediately. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates as it becomes available. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Jefferson County Emergency Management. The individual who was spotted earlier today is now identified to be harmful to humans, as she was seen firing pink rod-looking spears at every human she sees. She is also presumed to cause explosions whenever she wants to, and can cause serious damage to life and property. Some reports also stated that she is now able to summon a large, pink spear and rip the hearts, or, as she states, souls, out of human bodies and can cause them to be eaten by the pink blob named Kumazawa. All residents within Jefferson County are advised to evacuate immediately. Take food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio. If you see the girl, the pink blob creature, or the pink creatures, run away from it and
Message will contain information vital for your safety. Please Stand by as the message is being delivered. Repeating, this message contains information which is vital for your safety. Please, stand by as the message will soon be delivered. This broadcast will now silence for your safety.
Please stand by.
Please stand by. The following message will contain information which is vital to your safety and for others around you. If you are currently hearing this message, and are in a big group, you are advised to turn up the volume immediately. If you are inside a home, leave it as low as that anyone inside of your room can hear this message. Once again, this message contains information vital for your safety. If you do not follow instructions given, you could be putting your life in grave danger. This is the emergency alert system serving the state of Colorado. The message is expected to arrive within the next 30 seconds. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. Every ability of Bête Noire that can cause danger will soon be described individually, and will be splitted into a few parts. Every time a new ability is getting described, you'll hear a tone through your TV. If you hear this tone, stay tuned to your local radio or TV channel for more information. Bête Noire's Spear. This weapon has numerous abilities and can be used in the following ways. First, to fuse with a Kumu, making her stronger. Second, to create an explosion of unknown intensity, making the attacks of the spear stronger. Third, to rip hearts out from the innocents' bodies, or, as she states, to steal souls. If you notice Betty holding this spear, run away from it and shelter in place inside of a room with as few windows as possible. This way she won't be able to harm you. The warning tone will play in 10 seconds. Please stand by for a new message.
Bête Noire Scythe. Just like the spear, this weapon has numerous abilities. The first way is by striking the scythe into the target, leaving the body to fade away in an instant. The second way is by creating dark magical explosions. Needs to be activated by hate. The third way is by striking it into the ground, causing a massive shockwave which causes damage to life and property. This attack has been used in the Denver metro, and as a result, whole infrastructures which were in a straight line, such as offices, houses, and chain stores, were swept away from their foundations. Both the second and third ability can be identified by a black mist where the ground will be ripped apart. If you spot Betty holding the scythe, run away as quickly as you can and shelter in place inside of a room with as few windows as possible. If you are in the path of this black mist, evacuate your residence as fast as you can, and relocate your shelter. If you are not able to evacuate at the moment the black mist arrives, get as far underground as you can and hold as much distance between you and the mist as possible.
The warning tone will play in 10 seconds. Please stand by for a new message.
Pink creatures. These pink creatures are used to be serving as soldiers or soul gatherers for Betty, and are capable of the following abilities. These abilities have been identified by their names. Soul Harpoon. The creature can pierce the human body, and pick up the human soul. The creature has a pick used as a harpoon for killing humans. Disguise. Creatures can take people's appearance, making them able to use it as a cloak, distracting them, and take the souls of these humans. Fusion. The pink creatures can combine with fellow pink creatures in order to become bigger and stronger. If you spot one of these pink creatures, run away from it and shelter in place. Lock all windows and doors, so that this creature can't cause any harm to you and your residences. If one of these creatures gets inside of your home, evacuate your residence and go in the opposite direction of the other pink creatures.
The warning tone will play in 10 seconds. Please stand by for a new message.
Kumazawa. This giant pink creature is created out of hundreds of the smaller pink creatures, and the intentions of this creature is to, quote, steal hundreds of souls at the same time. If this creature is spotted in your area, an emergency alert will be issued for your area. If this message is being broadcasted, make your choice. The first choice you can make is, go into an underground shelter immediately, and take necessary supplies with you to last you as long as possible. The second choice you can make is, to evacuate immediately. Take as much necessary supplies with you as you possibly can, and evacuate in the opposite direction of the Kumazawa. If you spot any of these creatures, dial 911 immediately.
This concludes this message. Thank you for your patience. Now you need what to do if in an emergency.
You are listening to KIIX, Country Greatest Hits. Serving the Fort Collins, Loveland, Greeley, Windsor, Severance, and Pierce areas. We are currently undergoing emergency programming, due to the dangerous situation unfolding with peak noir in the city of Denver. The whole state, except for Jefferson County, is under an evacuation watch, which will remain in effect until further notice. Wait a minute. I believe we are currently receiving something on the index. Okay. Everyone listening to this station, please stand by. The emergency alert system will deliver a message shortly.
The Colorado Department of Emergency Management in conjunction with the Federal Emergency Management Agency have issued an immediate shelter in place. A plane has crashed inside of the Horsetooth Reservoir just outside of the city of Fort Collins. As a result, parts of the airplane were launched out of the reservoir and caught fire. The cause of this crash is unknown at this time, but reports came in that one of Betty's pink creatures fired a harpoon at the plane, leaving one of the wings to drop off the plane, leaving it to crash into the reservoir. All residents are asked to remain away from the Horsetooth Reservoir and to stay alert for more updates as these become available. The Colorado Department of Emergency Management in conjunction with the Federal Emergency Management Agency have issued an immediate shelter in place. A plane has crashed inside of the Horsetooth Reservoir just outside of the city of Fort Collins. As a result, parts of the airplane were launched out of
This is a fire warning. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Fort Collins Fire Department. The plane crash that occurred just a few minutes ago has sparked 3 large wildfires at the following locations: the Reservoir Ridge Natural Area, the Maxwell Natural Area, and the Pin Ridge Natural Area. Parts of the plane have spread all over these areas, which caused these wildfires to form. This is a very dangerous and life-threatening situation. All residents of Fort Wayne are asked to evacuate north or east immediately. Take food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates as they become available. This is a fire warning. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Fort Collins Fire Department. The plane crash that occurred just a few minutes.
You are listening to News Radio 1310 AM KFKA. NOCO's home for news, sports and AMP talk. With now, coverage on the plane crash near Fort Collins, which sparked 3 large wildfires just west of the city. An evacuation order is already in effect for the city, and the fires are expected to spread north or south within the next 20 minutes. The Fort Collins Fire Department has stated that due to involvement of the pink creatures in this accident, this fire is now harder to extinguish than a normal wildfire, as the pink creatures are causing more density. Shelters have now opened in the city of Greeley. These include University of Northern Colorado, Ames Community College, and Greeley Central High School. It is unknown at this time where Betty, else called the Black Beast, is at the moment, but she might not be.
The civil authorities have issued a hazardous materials warning for Larimer CO, Morgan CO, and Weld CO beginning at 12:33 a.m. and ending at 5:33 p.m. KFKA. This message is being issued at the request of the Weld County Emergency Management. Betty is now currently firing spears at innocent civilians near the Greeley-Weld County Airport. These spears are emitting an unknown dust into the air, which has been confirmed to be fatal to humans. All residents within the mentioned counties are asked to shelter in place. To shelter in place, go inside, lock all windows and doors, and turn off all heating and ventilation units. Betty is now confirmed to be fully consumed by an unknown black mold causing on to create mass destruction, which has already been reported from Denver to Evans. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information as it becomes available.
That was a message from the Weld County Emergency Management. As you have just heard, Betty is now closing in on the city of Greeley, and is now causing people to succumb from an unknown type of dust. The Centers for Disease Control have already been informed about this situation, and will be releasing a statement within the next hour or so. For now, the city of Greeley is safe, but nothing can be disclosed as of yet. Wait a second. What is that giant thing suddenly appearing above the airport?
Oh my god, it looks like one of those giant creatures described earlier. I only can't remember the name anymore.
Are we receiving something on the encoder yet?
James? It looks like Betty is on top of that thing there.
Oh no.
I believe we have to get down to the shelter, now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please listen to this message.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Weld County Emergency Management. A large, pink creature has just been spotted around the Greeley-Weld County Airport. This creature is confirmed to be one of the Kumazillas which were described in the statewide message. This creature is described to be extremely dangerous to humans, and can cause huge amounts of deaths at any time. Therefore, all residents within Weld County are asked to evacuate north immediately. If you cannot physically evacuate, dial 911 immediately. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates as they become available. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Weld County Emergency Management. A large, pink creature has just been spotted around Greeley-Weld County Airport. This creature is confirmed to be one of the Kumazawas which were described in the statewide message. This creature is described to be extremely dangerous to humans, and can cause huge amounts of deaths at any time. Therefore, all residents within Weld County are asked to evacuate north immediately. If you cannot physically evacuate, dial 911 immediately. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates as they become available.
You are listening to KNZZM News Radio 1100. The Defense of Liberty. With now coverage on what appears to be disaster zones within the state of Colorado. 2 cities are currently being reported as being disaster zones. These include Denver and Fort Collins. Denver has been completely destroyed by Betty, while Fort Collins is currently being threatened by large wildfires. This has prompted these cities to evacuate. Also, we just got reports of the Kumazawa being seen at Greeley. The whole county has been evacuated there as well. I just want to tell you all, be safe out there and good luck in the near future. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Oh God, no. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a chemical hazard warning issued by the Colorado State Emergency Management. Please stand by.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Colorado State Emergency Management. A very dangerous and life-threatening situation is unfolding near the town of Edwards. A tanker containing a highly chemical toxin has been turned on its side by an unknown cause and caught fire. People who were around the accident site were succumbing to the following symptoms: nausea, coughing, vomiting, blurred vision, headaches, body aches and chills, bleeding of the skin, eyes, and nose, vomiting or coughing up blood, loss of muscle coordination, loss of bodily functions, and coma. All residents of Colorado who aren't under an evacuation order are advised to shelter in place for your own safety. Do not exit your shelter until an all clear is given. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates as they become available.
You are listening to Cheyenne's News Talk Leader, KGABM. We are currently covering live on what appears to be a chemical accident near the town of Edwards, Colorado. A tanker containing a very dangerous toxin tipped over on its side and is currently on fire. The Grand Junction Fire Department is now currently trying to contain the blazes. Wait a second. Shit, it looks like people who were near the tanker fire are now attacking each other violently. Okay. I don't know what is going on here, but it looks like we now got civilians violently attacking each other near the tanker fire. It might be because of the toxin being released into the atmosphere, but it could also be because there was something in the tanker next to the toxin alone. What are you saying? We will come back later with this as we now also got people randomly attacking each other here. Please stand by.
The civil authorities have issued a civil danger warning for the northern half of Colorado, Albany WY, Goshen WY, Laramie WY, and Platte WY, beginning at 1:09 p.m. and ending at 8:09 p.m. The toxic fumes spread from the tanker accident near the town of Edwards has caused civilians in the mentioned areas to violently attack each other with no mercy intended. The cause of this phenomenon is unknown at this time, but civil authorities are trying to stop these dangerous civilians. If you live in the mentioned areas, you are advised to shelter in place. To shelter in place, go inside, lock all windows and doors, and turn off all heating and ventilation systems. Make sure to barricade all entrances to your home. Do not let anyone in for any reason. Do not try to make any contact with one of these civilians. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates as they become available.
WPTF News Radio 680 AM live with you on the situation currently occurring within the state of Colorado. The governor has now declared a state of emergency for the state. To recap what has happened, at around 10:35 AM Mountain Standard Time, a portal opened a few miles outside of Denver, Colorado. Out of this portal came a girl wearing almost all pink and purple clothing. She seemed innocent, but she proved wrong. She has already caused millions of injuries and over 25,000 deaths over the last 5 hours. The cities of Denver, Fort Collins and Greeley have been designated as disaster zones. The state of emergency has caused all of the states to stay on high alert. The North Carolina State Police will be patrolling all major cities and towns more frequently. We will come back to you on this situation as we get more information.
Nuclear power plant warning. Nuclear power plant warning. The following is a nuclear power plant warning. This message is being transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. A partial meltdown has occurred at the McGuire Nuclear Station around 17 miles northwest of Charlotte. This meltdown has been caused by a sudden increase of temperature surrounding the facility by an unknown cause. Therefore, all residents within a 100-mile radius of the McGuire Nuclear Station are advised to evacuate immediately. Bring food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio during your evacuation route. Most importantly, do not return to evacuated areas. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information as it becomes available.
Oh no, this is not good. This is catastrophic. Sudden increase in temperature in the surrounding areas? I wonder what, or who, has caused this.
Wait a minute, Kate. I believe we got more information from the Mecklenburg County Emergency Management.
What did they tell?
Kate, you are not gonna like what I'm about to say.
What is it?
It's the Black Beast. She has caused this devastating situation.
Oh no.
Get down to the
Get
shelter.
down now.
Get down to the shelter
Before it's
now.
too late. Oh shit.
You are listening to No Weather Radio, station WXJ21 broadcasting on a frequency of 162.55 MHz. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in Greenville, Spartanburg, South Carolina. On the weather map, it is cloudy. Temperatures
We interrupt your programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WGTK, and we continue to serve the Greenville area. If you are not in this local area, please tune to a station providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Greenville area. Do not use your telephone. The telephone lines are kept open for emergency use. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. At 3:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, numerous reports came in about an explosion at the McGuire Nuclear Station near Charlotte, North Carolina. This explosion has caused nuclear materials to be releasing into the atmosphere. All residents within a 500-mile radius of the McGuire Nuclear Station are advised to seek out a fallout shelter immediately. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear attacks or explosions. Prolonged exposure to fallout will cause certain death. Take food and water for 14 days, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio. Benoit can also be affected by the fallout, but it depends on the distance of the McGuire Nuclear Station. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information as it becomes available.
Due to the ongoing emergency in the state of Colorado, the Colorado Emergency Management Agency, along with the governor of the state of Colorado, have mandated all radio and TV stations to switch over to emergency programming. To repeat, due to the ongoing emergency in the state of Colorado, the Colorado Emergency Management Agency, along with the governor of the state of Colorado, have mandated all radio and TV stations to switch over to emergency programming. Once we've got all stations off the air, we'll start our emergency broadcasting. Due to the ongoing emergency in the state of Colorado, the Colorado Emergency Management Agency, along with the governor of the state of Colorado, have mandated all radio and TV stations to switch over to emergency programming. To repeat, due to the ongoing emergency in the state of Colorado, the Colorado Emergency Management Agency, along with the governor of the state of Colorado, have mandated all radio and TV stations to switch over to emergency programming. Once we've got all stations off the air, we'll start our emergency broadcasting. Please stand by. The governor of Colorado will speak on all channels shortly.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As you may know, at this point, the state of Colorado has been attacked by an unknown type of humanoid creature. The creature looked similar to us, and wasn't hostile in any way, until police got involved. This has led to the unfortunate event that we go through now. The cities of Denver, Greeley, Fort Collins, and some other cities north of these have been heavily damaged, or, in some cases, catastrophically destroyed by this creature. We know one thing, and it is not what you want to hear. We are not done with her for the upcoming days, as she is immune to a plethora of firearms, including rocket launchers and full automatic assault rifles. These instructions my representative is about to give may be crucial to your survival. If these are not obeyed, this may lead to your imminent death. Stand by for these instructions.
This message applies to the following counties: Sedgwick, Phillips, Yuma, Kit Carson, Cheyenne, Kiowa, Prowers, and Baca. If you are currently residing in either one of these counties, you are advised to do the following instructions: pick up all necessary supplies that you have, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a first aid kit, a battery-powered radio, and other essential items. This is a mandatory evacuation order for all of the mentioned areas, and should not be ignored at any circumstances. If you have evacuated, tie a white towel or a white piece of clothing on any visible location of your current locations. This will let authorities know you are aware of the situation. If you are not physically able to evacuate, tie a black towel or a black piece of clothing on a visible location. Authorities will bring you to a local shelter. Please stand by. The following message applies to all evacuees in the mentioned counties. This is an update to the evacuation order that was issued just a few moments ago. The Kansas Department of Emergency Management has just opened shelters at the following locations: the Rennerfield Goodland Municipal Airport near Goodland, the Chelan High School in Bird City, the Sharon Springs United Methodist Church in Sharon Springs, the Greeley County High School in Lawrence, the Stanton County High School in Johnson City, and the Elkhart-Morton County Airport near the city of Elkhart. If you are planning to go to one of these locations, make sure you take your passport or other government papers with you to identify yourself in case this is being asked. We'll relay another message following the emergency tones. Please stand by.
authorities have issued a civil emergency message for all of Colorado and all of southern Wyoming, beginning at 4:36 p.m. and ending at 12:36 a.m. CBS Colorado. The United States Armed Forces are on their way to all affected areas to try to stop the Bednoir situation which currently unfolds. As of now, over 40,000 deaths have been confirmed with millions more injured. Residents within the state of Colorado are asked to evacuate the state immediately, as the United States Armed Forces may use force in the attempt to stop Bednoir. Shelters have been opened in all states surrounding Colorado. Police will lead you to shelters. In case shelters are full in your area, dial the local police department of your location. Residents in Wyoming should stay tuned to local media sources for more updates as they become available.
You are listening to WBAI Pacifica Radio 99.5 Fathoms, your peace and justice community radio station, located in New York City. With now coverage of what looks like the United States Armed Forces willing to help the Colorado National Guard to aid in the battle against the Black Beast, Bête Noire. Folks, I just hope that this Black Beast will be slayed in this upcoming tough battle. We'll broadcast more information as soon as we get it.
You are listening to KGABN 650, GN's News Talk Leader. We are now live covering the confrontation between the Black Beast, the Colorado National Guard and the United States Armed Forces, which has turned out into an all-out battle after Bête Noire refused to leave the United States. The people that were attacking each other violently a few hours ago are now being used as warriors under the name of the Black Beast, which causes some trouble for the National Guard. Folks, it looks like a scene of a war movie over there. Buildings have been destroyed, people are laying everywhere, injured or dead, and millions of people have evacuated for their own safety. It is safe to say that Colorado may not be as strong as it was ever before if this creature goes
Simon,
away.
I just got a report that the emergency alert system is going to interrupt us for a warning in which words have never been used before in an civil danger bulletin.
What do you mean with this, Lee?
Words such as
We interrupt your programming for an important message from your local government. Please stand by for further information. The following is being transmitted at the request of the governors of the states of Colorado and Wyoming, the Colorado State Police, the Wyoming State Police, the United States Armed Forces, the Colorado National Guard, and the United States government. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. The battle between Bête Noire and the United States Armed Forces has escalated violently. Betty is now in her Rhadophobia form, in which she can counter any attacks from any party. This also includes rocket launchers and jet missiles. Therefore, all residents within the following areas must evacuate to the west immediately: southern Wyoming, northeastern Utah, and northern New Mexico. Safe havens have been located in the following states: western Utah, Arizona, Nevada, and Idaho. If you are not physically able to evacuate, dial 911 immediately.